Hey there, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a mid-November 2022 reading for the sign of Aries. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Glad to see you again. So if you have been here before, you kind of know the routine. We're just going to open up a general inquiry. What does Aries need to know for mid-November 2022? What message does Aries need to know? Okay. I think we got something brewing here. What message can you give Aries? What kind of guidance? Cards of advice, please. What kind of guidance can you give Aries? Alright. It's coming right out. No sweat. No sweat. Okay. Let's get started. Aries, Six of Clubs. So, might have been experiencing some personal growth here. Options and opportunities available to you, for sure. When I say personal growth, honestly, this is about, leveling up. We kind of, we tend to operate at a certain level of maturity, let's say, throughout our life. But there's always a time that comes that we need to mature a little more, grow up a little more. And this is what this card is about. It could be in any area of your life. This is something you may be going through now, such as something emotional, something mental, or even on the physical level, financially, career-wise. There's a potential here for you to really expand in some way. And it's all positive. We're not talking about, well, they can be hard lessons. They can be hard lessons. Just depends. Jack of Hearts. Yes, you have your heart open these days. Or you are dealing with a water sign. A Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. When this pertains to the sign I'm reading for, I tend to see this as the person or the sign has learned to open their heart in some way, kind of with a fresh new outlook. For example, like let's say you exited a relationship and you've gone through the process of, going through the healing that needed to happen, let's say. And so you're like, not necessarily on a new start, but your energy is free to have your heart open to other opportunities, let's say. With the Jack of Hearts, there is the element of vulnerability. I always feel that with the Jack of Hearts. However, it could be a younger water sign that you are dealing with. The Four of Hearts, very nice. You're feeling supported and connected in your home life. Lots of stability and security there. So if you're not on the, let's say, lookout for a potential partner, you've got that support and stability anyway. And you're probably fulfilled in that way. The Ace of Diamonds, though, this is the new start in finances and material, material worldly things. Abundance definitely is the highlight here. But it's about wanting, again, to increase what you already have, like your income potential, or, help grow what you already have in some way, assets and whatnot. Let's see what else we can pull up for Aries. This is all very positive so far. I don't see any trouble spots. What message does Aries need to hear? Seven of Hearts. Well, you might have come out of some kind of disappointment with this. I call this the broken heart card. This is about somebody not coming through for you. Something being too good to be true. Like, well, I'll take that back. Not necessarily that it wasn't good. It was good, and then it quickly went downhill for some reason. Some kind of dealing with somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it affected you emotionally. That's the outcome. Too many cards. What other message can you tell me about Aries? Whoa. Cards are wanting to come out in blocks. Nine of Hearts. Well, you had some kind of completion here that fulfilled a wish. So, again, like I was talking about with this Jack of Hearts, I see that as like some kind of, partnership or romance that wrapped itself up, and now your energy is free from that. This kind of goes in the same direction. It's a wish fulfillment, though. Something that ended really was something you wanted to end on a deep level. It did come out with the Seven of Hearts, so I feel like there was that disappointment and kind of being let down energy around that. And I don't want to say you're over it, but it's kind of that way. Like, yep, glad I'm no longer involved with that person or that situation. Oh, you get another 9. With this completion here, you're looking at, again, disappointment, loss. It's also about something that changed or occurred that was forced upon you, so you had no personal control over it. I tend to see this as other people, honestly. And it's kind of in the line with the Seven of Hearts. The Seven of Hearts talks more about the internal experience and how you feel about it. But this right here is the general card of being disappointed in something greatly. What else can you tell me about this recent loss? And it seems like you're going forward with things, especially with the Jack of Hearts and the Four of Hearts. You're feeling loved and supported. And you also have another ace here. Nice. Ace of Clubs talks about needing or desiring new information, acquiring new skills. Again, it's kind of a new start, though. It doesn't necessarily have to be in career. It could be about the relationship, thing I was just kind of discussing. Especially with the Jack of Hearts, I kind of see those as kind of going together. Again, you have your heart open, but there's an element of vulnerability to that, and that's a good sign that you're not holding any grudges. You're not carrying around any baggage, because it's never good to go into the next relationship with baggage. At least not a serious relationship. Emotional baggage or literal baggage. Anyway, that's a joke. 10 of Spades. Ouch. Yeah, something completed here that was a major loss to you. I think you were involved in some kind of major long-term relationship that affected you very deeply. There's an element of grieving and processing going on with the 10 of Spades. Sometimes this can mean physical death, but the ending of a relationship is a death in a sense. Whatever existed before doesn't exist anymore. Because all relationships, unless it initially involved a conflict, they all start off on a good foot. And something happens along the way where you wonder, where did everything go wrong? It's a death. It's like it seemed to disappear into thin air. Things turned very quickly. So you're coming out of this period of grieving. We have established that, yes, and you are definitely done with that person. This 2 of Spades is a division between people. It's also very permanent. Disharmony, lack of balance. Yes. So you've come out of this period, Aries. I'm not going to say unscathed, but that's the word that popped into my head. At this point, you have great opportunity, and this personal growth could very much have to do with what you just went through. But having your heart open and feeling supported and perhaps focusing more on your career or your finances, your abundance in some manner is very healthy. Let's look at your cards of advice. 3 of Spades. So, there's a third person or a third element here that's still worrying you, causing some kind of stress. Sometimes this can talk about work, or we could still be on this... talk about this relationship. You're still worried about something. 7 of Spades. Interesting with this, if you don't already know something that was hidden from you before, and I'm going to say it's still about that past relationship, something is going to be revealed to you. This is the card of uncovering some kind of truth. I mean, it could be a revelation about yourself. Doesn't necessarily have to be about another person, but there's some kind of truth being revealed to you in that sense, and it generally is not a pleasant truth because it denotes a separation again between people. Something that maybe drives you further apart. Wow, Four of Spades. This is very interesting. You know, we had the Four here of Hearts where you're feeling connected and supported in some manner. The Four of Spades also talks about security and feeling stable in your home life, but it talks about coming out of a period of stress. So this indicates to me you're still going through a bit of a healing. Yeah. The Four of Spades talks about experiencing stress relief at the moment. Just because you're going through this period of healing doesn't mean you don't have your heart open. It's just there's some residual pain, perhaps, that you are still quite conscious of, quite aware of, that may never go away completely. I mean, we hope that we don't hang on to things for the rest of our lives, but sometimes it's that bad. Five of Clubs. This talks about changes. Now, if you haven't had any major changes besides the loss of that relationship, this card is kind of saying this is what needs to happen. Some changes need to occur. There's a dissatisfaction in your current living situation. Not sure what that would be about. Maybe it's where you live. Maybe you live in the same place where you lived with this person for a long time, and you need to change it up. You need to find a new place to rent, or purchase a new, sell the property, buy a new property, that kind of thing. But it's about breaking up the monotony, being kind of stuck in a rut, and just a need for some kind of change. Perhaps your energy, and this is what I'm hearing, perhaps your energy is still locked up in this worry and disappointment. I mean, you are experiencing the stress relief, but you still could have your energy, your emotional energy, locked up in what has happened. And you're trying to be open here. But with the need for change, you're being advised to free yourself even more. Yeah, that's a very strong indication there. With the Ten of Clubs, something has definitely completed. Ten of Clubs is usually, well, I'm going to say it's always, for good reasons, there's some kind of travel involved. Now, it could be physical travel, like going off and visiting a new place, or it could be, again, relocating yourself. It could also be mental and emotional, moving from one mindset to another, one emotion to another. Maybe you were really bitter and sad before, and now you're more in a place of contentment. That's the indication I see here. But the 10 does indicate something has completed. A major life cycle has completed. A major chapter in your life. Let's see what else we can pull out for Aries. Any more cards of advice? Four of Clubs. This is, again, you have a lot of fours. There's an emphasis here on stability and security in your home. So I'm not getting the sense that you need to necessarily need to relocate. I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but I'm not seeing the huge, the cards that talk about, like, relocating, breakup, somebody needs to move out, that kind of thing. This is actually very balanced and stable. It's for being very practical. It's being, having a high degree of contentment in your current situation. It's a bit of a contrast to here, I won't lie, especially with the worry. I just got that maybe you need to worry about some information coming out, or something that you're not aware of that still needs to be revealed. If you don't feel like you're worrying a lot. I mean, there's no indication down here that there's a lot of worry. There's a lot of past pain and grief, no doubt, and heartache. Well, anyway, take that how it fits. Don't try to force it to fit a certain way. I do sense, though, that there's still a degree of worry and stress over this, just in general. Doesn't have to be major. Eight of Diamonds. Well, this is very cool. This is the entrepreneurship card. So if you've been thinking about, like, starting a business or going off in a different direction, it's going to be highly profitable here. This card talks about putting time and effort and maybe even finances into something that really pays off for you in the long run. Being financially secure, experiencing returns on investments, that kind of thing. It kind of fits in with this Ace of Diamonds about the new start. And perhaps, again, I feel you're desiring to go in a new direction with your finances, your income, your career, whatever form that takes. This is a very positive confirmation that it's going to go really well. So I think I'm going to stop there. You know, there's not a lot of ups and downs in this reading. It's pretty straightforward. You came out of a period of grieving. I'm trying to keep your heart open now. Oop, if I can pick it up, with the Jack of Hearts. Or you've met a younger water sign. But this experience certainly led to some personal growth. It's going to open up more opportunities in your life in general, probably in relationships especially. There's an emphasis on that. But this worry here and something being revealed, something hidden, I'm not getting an indication with anything really that it's going to be traumatic, you know, ground shaking. Again, if something has already come to light, that could be where the worry and the stress is still lingering. But very positive with your finances. You're feeling very secure in your home life. Just kind of, there's a need here for something to change, and only you would know how that works for you, Aries. Okay. Something around your lifestyle. So meditate on that. See how that fits or doesn't. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for joining me. If you would like to see when the next video comes out, hit subscribe notifications or save the video so you can find my channel again and check in. And I will see you again soon. Take care.